Tell Sonia we can't be posted. Okay, we're moving forward.
We're standing together, that's a good start. Are you ready to protect the rights of all women as human rights? Are you ready to protect the rights of all women as human rights? We are Americans, and we will protect rights as Americans. Now hold your hand over your hearts and sing together the national anthem. Please welcome to the mic Kelly Brinson to lead us along. Kelly?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Kelly. That was astonishing. Thank you. And now for the who, what, and whys of this event today. Who? We are the people of San Diego. And we, San Diego Women's March, are peacefully marching in San Diego on this day, January 21st, 2017, in solidarity with the Women's March in Washington, D.C. We are dedicated to a free and open society. Together we stand united in our respect for all people. And we resist the marginalization of anyone. To prepare us all for the energy and love and gratitude we shall march with together today, please welcome the San Diego Women's Drum Circle.
don't think he made the five either.
They left at 3 in the morning.
See everybody here, thank you all so much for showing up. I just want to say we must rise up, show up, speak up, and march together in solidarity today, but don't let this be the only time that you stand up and speak up. Let this be your first step in just standing up and speaking up for women's rights. We have so much at stake. They're not just for women, but as well as for the equal rights of everyone as a nation together. So the rise of a woman equals the rise of a nation, am I right? That's right, so let's rise together today and in the future. Because women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights. All right, let's get this party started. When I say women, you say rights. Women. Rights. Women. Rights. When I say human, you say rights. Human. Rights. Human. Rights. When I say women, you say rights. Women. Rights. Women. Rights. When I say human, you say rights. Human. Rights. Human. Rights. Thank you all so much. Let's get this march going.
Get up! Let's turn the march! Let's go! Turn to Broadway! Let's go!
William Zanzinger killed poor Hattie Carroll with a cane that he twirled round his diamond ring finger at a Baltimore hotel. Society gathered and the cops were called in and his weapon took from him. Rode him in custody down to the station and booked William Zanzinger with first-degree murder. Ah, but you who philosophize disgrace and criticize your fears, take the rag away from your face. Now ain't the time for your tears. William Zanzinger, who at 24 years owns a tobacco farm of 600 acres, with rich, wealthy parents who provide and protect him, and high office relation in the politics of Maryland, reacted to his deed with a shrug of his shoulders and swear words and sneering, and his tongue was a snarling. In a matter of minutes, on bail was out walking. Yeah, you who philosophize disgrace and criticize your fears, take the rag away from your face. Now ain't the time for your tears. Hattie Carroll was a maid of the kitchen. She was 51 years old and gave birth to 10 children. Carried dishes and took out the garbage. Never once sat at the head of the table. Didn't even speak to the people at the table. Just cleaned up all of the food from the table. Polished the ashtrays on a whole other level. Was killed by a blow. Lay slain by a cane that sailed through the air and came down through the roof. Doomed and determined to destroy all the gentle, and she never done nothing to William Zanzinger. Yeah, you who philosophize disgrace and criticize your fear, take the rag away from your face. Now ain't the time for your tears. In the courtroom of honor, the judge pounded his gavel to show that all's equal and the courts are on the level, that the strings in the book ain't pulled and persuaded, and that even the nobles get properly handled. Once that the cops have chased after and caught 'em, and the ladder of law has no top and no bottom, stared at the person who killed for no reason, who just happened to be feeling that way without warning, and he spoke through his cloak, most deep and distinguished, and handed out strongly for penalty and repentance William Zanzinger with a 6-month sentence. Ah, you who philosophize disgrace and criticize your fear, bury the rag deep in your face. Now is the time for your tears. Far between sundown's finish and midnight's broken toll, we ducked inside the doorway, thunder crashing, as majestic bells of bolts struck shadows in the sound, seeming to be the chimes of freedom flashing. Flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight, flashing for the refugees on the unarmed road of flight, and for each and every underdog soldier in the night. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Even though a cloud's white curtain in a far-off corner flashed, and the hypnotic splattered mist was slowly lifting, electric lights still struck like arrows fired but for the ones condemned to drift or else be kept from drifting. Tolling for the searching ones on their speechless seeking trail, or the lonesome-hearted lovers with too personal a tale. And for each an armful gentle soul misplaced inside a jail, we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Starry-eyed and laughing, as I recall when we were caught, trapped by no track of ours, for they hang suspended. And we listened one last time, and we watched with one last look, spellbound and swallowed till those tolling ended. Tolling for the aching ones whose wounds cannot be nursed, for the countless confused, accused, misused, strung out ones and worse, and for every hung-up person in this whole wide universe. We gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.